Yeah, that is. Someone will marry me, and that is quite amazing. Let's be honest, it's spectacular.
How could these dream couples not make it to marriage? We love when our favorite celebs fall in love. It gets even better when they decide to settle down. We couldn't be happier for them. After all, there's no feeling like when you find that special someone, fall deeply in love, and get engaged to plan out the rest of their lives together. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows until they make it down the aisle. Unfortunately for some, even after years of being engaged, they never get to say their vows, and we're just as heartbroken as they are.
I realized as time went on that I didn't actually know the person that I was engaged to.
Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. They were the new power couple that was on par with Jay-Z and Bey. But just this month, April 2021, in a joint statement, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez confirmed they had ended their 4-year relationship. However, Jennifer didn't have too much time to dwell on the split, as she was busy filming her latest hit film, Shotgun Wedding. The pair first met each other at a New York Yankees baseball game when Lopez was still married to Mark Anthony, her now ex-husband. In 1999, A-rod even asked J.Lo for her autograph. He later shared the pic on Instagram on #TBT. The two met again almost a decade later, turning their acquaintance into a full-blown romance. They began dating in 2017 and became engaged in 2019. The two eventually called off their 2-year engagement and will focus on remaining friends. Lady Gaga and Taylor Kinney. It just didn't work out, were the words Lady Gaga said courageously, speaking about her pain in front of the crowds in Pennsylvania. She loved a guy from Pennsylvania with all her heart, but had to let it go. Lady Gaga and Taylor Kinney first met on her music video, You and I, in 2011. The two proceeded to date for 5 years and got engaged on Valentine's Day 2015. Taylor proposed with a gorgeous heart-shaped ring. After many stunning red carpet appearances and cute moments, the two called off their engagement in 2016. The news shocked fans. It turned out that both were ambitious, and that led to difficulties in their relationship when their careers took them to different parts of the world.
We had a good time. I think there was chemistry.
Even after the breakup, the two remained on friendly terms. Taylor even attended one of her shows in Chicago nearly 2 years after the split. Cameron Diaz and Jared Leto. Remember Cameron Diaz and Jared Leto's engagement? We don't blame you if you don't. While being on top of their games, the tabloids went crazy when the two became a couple in 1999. It made perfect sense. After Jared Leto and Cameron Diaz were together for about a year, he got down on one knee and proposed to her in the year 2000. After Cameron said yes, they stayed together for several years, but they never actually walked down the aisle together. Instead, they split up in 2003, and they never rekindled their romance after that. Jared later revealed that he just wasn't ready for marriage just yet. Kanye West and Alexis Phifer. Before his marriage with Kim Kardashian, Kanye West planned to marry another woman. Between 2002 and 2008, Kanye and fashion designer Alexis Phifer dated on and off. They met 2 years before the hype of College Dropout, which catapulted him to breakthrough success. But the two ended things in 2004. Then a year later, they reunited, and Kanye popped the question in 2006. Their relationship started to fall apart after Kanye's mother, Donda, unexpectedly passed away. Things ended for good in 2008, and the two both moved on. Emma Roberts and Evan Peters. The young couple's relationship had its ups and downs. The pair began dating back in 2002 after they co-starred in their movie, Adult World. Since then, they've gone through very public misunderstandings and problems. But somehow, they worked through it all, and Evan proposed to Emma, who happily accepted. After over a year of engaged life, the couple broke things off in June 2015. They ended things amicably, but began an on-again, off-again relationship. Eventually, after a third breakup, the two finally ran its course and called off their engagement once and for all. Zayn Malik and Perrie Edwards. Before Zayn and Gigi were a thing, Zayn Malik and Perrie Edwards were teen pop's it couple. The two first met during Perrie's season of The X Factor UK in 2011, when Malik with One Direction performed on the show. He was a member of a boy band. She was a member of a girl group. They were every tween's dream couple, but the two dated in secret until 2012. When they did reveal it, they came out big. Zayn got a tattoo of Perrie's face, which is now covered, and soon after, the two were engaged after just 2 years of dating. After being engaged for another 2 years, the artists both grew apart. In 2015, Zayn broke up with Perrie not long after he announced that he was leaving One Direction. Robert Pattinson and FKA Twigs. Did you know these two were a thing? The actor and singer dated for 3 years before they called off their engagement in 2017. If you weren't aware of this couple, that's because the pair kept their relationship extremely private. Supposedly, Robert Pattinson proposed to the singer in early 2015, just 6 months after they started dating. He confirmed it by saying he's kind of engaged on The Howard Stern Show. But a month later, FKA Twigs was hanging out with someone who wasn't Robert Pattinson. Reportedly, the pair broke up a couple months after they moved into a house together. The trouble came from timing issues and travel schedules. Lenny Kravitz and Nicole Kidman. Talk about an unlikely couple. When Lenny Kravitz and Nicole Kidman first got together around 2000, they kept their romance on the DL. In fact, no one even knew they got engaged until Nicole just casually mentioned it. During an interview with The Edit, Nicole was asked about her experience co-starring with Lenny's daughter, Zoe Kravitz, in their HBO series Big Little Lies. Her response stunned the interviewer and fans alike. She said like it's no big deal. "Well, I knew Zoe because I was engaged to her father." Wait, what? But later, the engagement was called off in 2003, as Nicole said she just wasn't ready.
Some things just don't work, but the wonderful thing is that we're all friends.
Britney Spears and Jason Trawick. We were truly happy for Britney Spears when she decided to settle down with Jason Trawick, figuring it was about time the pop princess found herself a knight in shining armor. The singer and former CAA agent dated for about a year before getting engaged in Las Vegas. However, they split after being engaged about a year later. According to sources, they just wanted different things. Their breakup was amicable, and the two said they would always love each other and wish nothing but the best for one another. Iggy Azalea and Nick Young. What started as a hashtag WCW on Twitter ended bittersweetly on Twitter. Basketball star Nick Young and the Australian rapper got together after he tweeted about Iggy for Woman Crush Wednesday. After a first date where they strolled through Target, the couple started going strong. All things seemed perfect when Nick proposed in June 2015 in front of all Iggy's friends and family on his 30th birthday with a ring he specifically designed for her. Demi Lovato was going to be a bridesmaid, but the ceremony was stalled due to Iggy and Nick's intense work schedules. There might have been more troubles behind closed doors, because in March 2016, a video leaked that suggested Nick had cheated on Iggy. Finally, in June 2016, Iggy ended things, wishing Nick the best. He simply tweeted, "Single." Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Who knew after a whirlwind engagement, everything would end up with a restraining order? After 10 weeks of dating, Rob Kardashian proposed to Blac Chyna with a gorgeous 7-carat diamond ring. Everything seemed to be perfectly on track for Rob and Chyna, and the two even had a reality show together. But by July 2016, the pair's relationship came into question after Rob and Blac Chyna had very public arguments on Twitter, which ended their engagement and relationship. Then they started an on-again, off-again relationship until they welcomed their first daughter, Dream Renee. But even the joy of a baby girl couldn't keep them together, as they eventually called it quits.
I was devastated, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, how could somebody do this to me?
Demi Lovato and Max Erich. While most of us spent quarantine alone or with family, Demi Lovato spent it with her new boo, Max Erich. The two first got together at the beginning of the pandemic and took a chance to quarantine together. For them, the time in isolation felt like a lifetime and sped up their relationship. By July, the pair was engaged, but by September, they called it quits. Apparently, Demi found out Max's intentions weren't genuine. Demi opened up about her engagement in her new documentary, Dancing with the Devil, and on the song 15 Minutes on her latest album, addressing how he was fame-hungry. Ryan Reynolds and Alanis Morissette. When these two Canadian stars met at Drew Barrymore's birthday party in 2002, they really hit it off. So much that they got engaged 2 years later. In June 2005, a year into their engagement, Alanis only had praise for Ryan, saying, "He's just such a supportive creature. I feel so loved by him. In a trampoline kind of way. He's always very happy for me." But the pair never set a wedding date, and in February 2007, their reps announced the split. Now they've both moved on to start beautiful families. Ryan with Blake Lively and their daughters, and Alanis with Mario Soul Eye Treadway and their daughter and sons. Ruby Rose and Phoebe Dahl. After 3 months of dating, actor Ruby Rose proposed to fashion designer Phoebe Dahl in March 2014, but the engagement was short-lived as the couple ended things in December 2015. They informed their shocked fans by announcing their decision to call off their engagement. Dahl told Us Weekly, "After 2 wonderful years together, Ruby and I have decided to part ways." She also expressed that the two still loved each other and supported each other in every way possible. The breakup was mutual, and they wanted nothing but the best for each other moving forward. Karamo Brown and Ian Jordan. After spending over a decade together, Queer Eye's Karamo Brown and his fiancé Ian Jordan quietly ended their relationship. In May 2018, with almost 8 years of dating, Karamo popped the question during his partner's birthday party. Sadly, they couldn't get their happy ending, and the couple split 2 years later. Brown revealed their breakup during a September 2020 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. It was an amicable decision, as the couple just had too much to handle during quarantine. Eventually, Karamo realized he wasn't happy, and he needed to put his own happiness first. The two still remain good friends. Did anyone on this list surprise you? Have you ever ended your engagement before marriage? Do you think any of these couples will try again later? Let us know in the comments. For more videos on the latest pop culture, like and subscribe to The Things Celebrity.